Yeah. You can remove me. I want to see everybody.
So put it in the view, Swamiji, view in the gallery mode. If you put in gallery mode, you can see everyone.
Good.
Can you see now? They have a view is there.
On right side corner, Swamiji, there is a palette there. View.
Oh, there. Oh.
So
That's
gallery mode you can go.
If you could get.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Otherwise, I will be speaking to myself. Okay, let's start. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmamidvaram Manojavam Maruthatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vadatmajam Vanarayuta Mukyam Sri Ramanutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Trabhashyakridau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Om Namah Pranavartaya Shuddha-jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Satchitananda-rupaya Vishwotpattyadi-hetave Tapatraya-vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Nilambujasyamalakomalangam Sita Samaropitavamabhagam Pano Mahasayakacharuchapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamsanatham Krishno Rikshatu Mam Charachara Guru Krishnam Namasye Sada Krishne Naiva Surachito Ramasagrat Krishnaya Tattam Mana Krishna Deva Samudbhavo Mama Vibho Krishnasya Dasosmyaham Krishne Bhaktirajanjalastu Bhagavan He Krishna Tuphyam Namaha He Krishna Tuphyam Namaha. So, last class we saw Banasura not Vatam, Banasuras, the Darpa was completely, arrogance and ego was completely subdued, and we saw Durga Raja's moksha also. So we are on dasakam 83. Now let us start.
रामेथ गोकुलगते प्रमदा प्रसक्ते पूतानुपेत यमुना रमणे मदान्धे स्वैरं समारमति सेवकवादमूढो दूतं न्ययुङ्क्त तव पौण्ड्रक वासुदेवः.
So sometime after the Durga salvation, one day Balrama went to Gokulam, Vrindavan, to see his old friends and also father and mother. His mother was different, but again, that Yashoda and Nandagopar. Then he spent 2 months there, and Pramada prasakte madante adarame gogulagate. Thereafter, when Balrama, after reaching Gokulam, Pramada prasakte madante, became attached to gopi women and was blinded by intoxication with liquor. Utanupetaya unadamane. Then what happened one day, intoxicated with liquor, he called river Yamuna to his place for water sports. Now you may wonder, these Bhagavan's avatara, they also drink and all that, It is given in Bhagavatam, so that is why Bhattadari is telling. They are Kshatriyas, so therefore they are rulers, their lifestyle is different. So he asked Yamuna, because he was intoxicated, he called Yamuna to come and flow where he is. But river did not respond to his request. So what he did, Utanupetaya Munadamane, subdued Yamuna. That's all he has said here, our Bhattadri. But what he did was, with his flow, that is his ayutham, with that he pulled her and made her flow through where he wanted her to flow. That's why subdued Yamuna for not responding to his calls. Swairam Samaramati Sati, and was sporting in that Yamuna at his way. So this was going on one side. Then another side, what happened? Paundraka Vasudeva. Paundraka Vasudeva. Now this Paundraka was also a son of Vasudeva. His father's name was also Vasudeva. See. But it is a different Vasudeva. It's not real Vasudeva. It's a different Vasudeva. Sevaka Vada Mudaha. What happened was, this Paundraka he was the lord of the country called Pundra. Now, listening to his followers who are interested in self-gain by flattery, he considered himself to be the real Vasudeva. And with a view to challenge and defy you, he deputed a messenger to you. So, Sevaka Vasavada Mudaha Nayunta Dutam Tava. He sent a Duta, emissary, a messenger to you in Dwarka. with a letter. Now what is that? Continuing.
नारायणो हमवतीर्ण इहास्मि भूमौ धत्से किल त्वमपि मामकलक्षणानि उत्सृज्य तानि शरणं व्रज मामिति त्वां दूतो जगाद सकलैर्हसितः सभायाम्.
Aham asmi Narayana. This is what the letter read. I am the real Narayana. Avatirnaha iha bhubhau. Who has incarnated on this earth. Tvam abhi that say. So, but you are a fake. And you are wearing my ornaments and weapons. Mamaka lakshanani kila. You are also wearing my ensigns, it is said. Utsrityadari vraja saranam mam. Therefore, you give up all those or surrender everything to me and take refuge in me. Iti dutaha hasitaha sakalaihi jagada tvam sabhayam. Thus the messenger read the letter to Bhagavan. And that is what he said in the court. And listening to this, all of them, they laugh. And in Bhagavatam it is said, the letter goes saying that if you don't return to me all those weapons, I will see you in the battle and by force I will take it from you. And if you don't want war, you want to settle everything peacefully, please come and surrender everything to me. This was the letter. So Bhagavan said, okay, then we will see you in the battlefield. Continue.
दूतेथया तवति यादव सैनिकस्त्वं यातो ददर्शितव किल पौण्ड्रकीयं तापेन वक्षसि कृताङ्गमनल्पमूल्य श्रीकौस्तुभं मकरकुण्डलपीतचेलम्.
Dute yatavati sati. Thereafter, when the messenger went back, Dute yatavati sati. And the messenger went back, Tvam yataha yadava sainikaihi saha. You went along with the Yadava warriors, the Darsita Kila. And he wanted to see who is this Paundraga in person. And when he saw, then he was surprised. Bhagavan also surprised because Vapuhu Paundrakiyam Kritangam Tapena Vakshasi. Because Bhagavan's chest has got this mark of Bhrigu Maharishi's, footprints. And this person also, by, eating up, like putting some stamp, like that, he made one mark like that. By heating some, iron, made up of, they make it in the shape of a paduga and then heat it up and put it on your chest. Think about it. He suffered that suffering, but he made that mark just look like Bhagavan's mark. Then tapena vakshasi, burning on the chest, and like Srivatsa mark, and analpa mulya Sri Kaustubam, and he also wearing the Kaustubamani, which is priceless, that is bright jewel, gold, and the Kaustuba, Makara Kundala Pita Cheta. And exactly like Bhagavan's Kundalam, Makara Kundalam, Bhagavan always uses the shape of a what you call crocodile, Makara, and pendants like Makara. Makara here also means fish also, fish here, and clad in yellow silk. Continuing.
कालायसं निजसुदर्शनमस्य तोस्य कालानलोत्करकिरेण सुदर्शनेन शीर्षं चकर्तिथममर्दिथ चास्य सेनां तन्मित्रकाशिपशिरोऽपि चकर्थ
So along with him, his friend was a Kashi Raja. He also had come to the battlefield to fight with Bhagavan. So the fight began, and then this person also, because he being a Kshatriya, he also fought with Bhagavan for some time. Bhagavan played with him for some time, and then finally, this Paundraga, he had no choice. So he said, now, Krishna, be careful, I am going to use my last weapon. What was that? Sudarshana Chakra. He also had a Sudarshana Chakra made of iron and steel and cast iron. And he used that Sudarshana Chakra, and Bhagavan naturally used his chakra. And when that original chakra went against the fake one, it got destroyed. And not only destroyed his Sudarshana Chakra, but cut off his head also. That is what is said. Tvam Chakarthita Sudarshanena Kalala Karakidena Shirsham Asya Asyataha. You did cut off using the Sudarshana Chakram, which spit the fire of destruction, the head of the Paundraka, who employed Nija Sudarshanam Kalayasam. So, who employed his own Sudarshana made of cast iron. Not only that, Mamardhidaja Asya Sena, you did crush his army, and Chakartha Abhikashyam also killed his friend Kashi Raja, and not only that, dispatched his head to Kashi, to his friend the king of Kashi. So, Tanmitra Kashi Shiraha, the head of the king Kashi's head was sent to his own place, Kashi, the kingdom of Kashi. Actually, the whole episode happened when some purpose he had visited Kashi, whose king was the best friend. It is on this account that the slaying of the king of Kashi has assumed special significance in this context. Kashi Raja was a friend of Paundraka, and he supported him. He said, I agree with him, he is the real Vasudeva, and you are a fake like this. That was his thinking. Continuing.
जाड्येन बालकगिरापि किलाहमेव श्रीवासुदेव इति रूढमतिश्चिरं सः सायुज्यमेव भवदैक्यधिया गतोऽभूत् को नाम कस्य सुकृतं कथमित्यवेयात्.
This is what we have to learn from this story. Even though he stood against Bhagavan, Bhagavan still gave him Sayujya Moksha. That is the beauty. Why? The reason Bhattadri gives here is, even though knowingly or unknowingly, he was thinking that I am Vasudeva. I am Bhagavan. That is what he was thinking. Now, this is what we also should think, okay? Aham Brahmasmi. This is the teaching of our Upanishads. So, if you think, even if you don't know the meaning, it doesn't matter. You keep on thinking, what happened? You will become that. So, this person, he kept on thinking that I am Vasudeva. So, that's what Bhattacharya says here. Sarudhamatihi chiramiti. He Paundraga, who had firm belief since long that Ahameva kila Sri Vasudeva. I am myself indeed the real Sri Vasudeva. Jadyena, because of stupidity. But Balaka Gira Api, an advice of immature people, listening to the advice of the immature people, Gataha Abhud Sayujyam Eva, but indeed attain the Sayujya form of salvation. There are 4 types of salvation is there. Salukya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya. One with Bhagavan. So that he attained because of his what? He always thought I am Vasudeva. So, Bhavadaikya Dhiya, on account of the conception of identity with you. Ko nama aveya, who indeed can know. Kasya sukrutam katham iti. Whose good deeds are of what kind? We cannot make out that. So, this is a lesson. We have to learn that. So, this bhava, soham bhava, is very important. That even if you don't know that you are that Brahman, but you start thinking that I am that Brahman, you will see one day you will become that. Why? That is our real nature. So therefore, it is not fake. Everything else is fake, but this one is real. Okay, continuing.
काशीश्वरस्य तनयोऽथ सुदक्षिणाख्यः शर्वं प्रपूज्य भवते विहिताभिचारः कृत्यानलं कमपि बाणरणातिभीतैः भूतैः कथञ्चन वृतैः सममभ्यमुञ्चत्.
Then what happened? What happened was when the head of his father, he saw Ashiraja's head, the son saw. His name was Sudakshana. There is a very beautiful prayoga is there. Sudakshanakya. Next one it comes. Sudakshanakya. Ashicharasya tanayodha Sudakshinakyah. So, Atha Taneyaha Kashishwarasya, thereafter the son of king of Kashi, Sudakshinakyah Prabhujya Sharvam. By name Sudakshina, he was so angry and became revengeful. Were be the killer of my father, I take revenge on him. And then he started worshipping Lord Shiva with Vihita Vicharaha Bhavatehe and performing tantric rites targeted at you. Abhyamunjatkam api krityanalam bhudai samam. So, Prince Sudakshina was very much agitated at the killing of his father, the king of Kashi, performed penance with a view to avenge his father's death and made Lord Shiva appear before him. According to the advice of Lord Shiva, he performed these tantric rites targeted at you. Now from the sacrificial fire came out an ogress, along with an army of Bhutaganas or devils. Now these devils were already frightened, having been oppressed by the Yadavas when they had participated in the war between him and Banasura. They were totally demoralized. On account of extreme pressure from Sudakshina, they joined hands with the ogress. Sudakshina sent the whole group to Dwaraka with the idea of destroying you. At that time, what happened? That's why we thought, yes. Yeah, Bana Ranati Bhitaihi Atayeva Katanchana Vrdaihi. Before and continuing.
कालप्रमाणचरणामखिलं दहन्तीं कृत्यां विलोक्य चकितैः कथितोऽपि पौरैः द्यूतोत्सवे किमपि नो चलितो विभो त्वं पार्श्वस्थमाशु विससर्जित कालचक्रम्.
So what? When this Kritika came and started burning Dwarka, and Dwarkavasis became alarmed, they started crying out to Bhagavan, Trahimam, Pahimam. And Kathitaha api Paureihi. When somebody went and alerted Bhagavan, Chakiteihi Vilokya Krityam. Those who are frightened on seeing the ogress, Tala Pramana Charana, who had legs as big as palm trees, the Hantim Akilam, and was burning down everything on her way. Hey Vibho, Tum Judotsave. Oh Lord, you are engrossed in playing dice at that time. Kim apino charitaha ashipu. But without even moving from your seat, quickly, kalachakram parshastam, you dispatch unperturbed and not moving from your seat, you employed your own weapon, the Sudarshana Chakram, to deal with them. Continuing.
अभ्यापतत्यमितधाम्नि भवन्महास्त्रे आहेति विद्रुतवती खलु घोरकृत्या रोषात् सुदक्षिणमदक्षिण चेष्टितं तं पुप्लोषचक्रमपि काशीपुरीमधाक्षीत्.
Lord Shiva actually warned Sudakshina that this kind of a ritual that you have performed would work only on those who are opposed to noble people. And if he directed that to others, it would rebound. Bhavan Mahastre Apita Dhamni. When the great weapon of unlimited effulgence Abhyapatati Sati Korakritya was about to hit her, that fiery monster of an ogress, Vidrutavati Kalu Haha iti ran away indeed, crying Haha. So seeing the Sudarshana Chakra dispatched by you, while being engrossed in the dice play, the ogress turned back and took to her heels, crying Haha. Then what happened? Tataha sa roshat uploshatam. Then she, out of anger, went and hit what? Sudakshina. kill Sudarshana. Dakshina Cheshtitam, whose action was prompted by unrighteousness. So this is a very beautiful Roshadu, Roshat Sudakshina Madakshina Cheshtitam Tam. It's a beautiful prayoga. It is what? Imply that although his name was Sudakshina, Sudakshina means a sincere and rightful person, upright person. He was really Adakshina, crooked, revengeful, unrightful. So that's a very nice prayoga there. The Kritika went and killed Sudakshina. And what happened? Once Adhat Sheet Kashipuri Chakram Api, and the Sudarshana Chakram burned down the city of Kashi. Because the Sudarshana Chakra could not trace her. She disappeared. So what happened? Whatever is in front of that Sudarshana Chakram, it burned down. That was the whole city was burned down. And came back to Bhagavan, continuing.
सकलु विविधो रक्षो घाते कृतोपकृतिः पुरा तव तु कलया मृत्युं प्राप्तुं तदा खलतां गतः नरकसचिवो देशक्लेशं सृजन्नगरान्तिके झटिति हलिना युध्यन्नद्धा पपाततलाहतः.
Another story, Pura, long ago, Ramavatara time, Saha Kalu Vivitaha Tu Krutopakritihi Rakshoghate. So there was a mighty, powerful Vanara whose name was Vivita. So he was in charge of 1 billion Vanaras in Ramayana. So he was well known Vanara by name Vivida. Kritopakriti Rakshogade, who was a helpful person in killing Rakshasas in Ramaravana Yuddha time. Praptum Mrityum. But then he was living in Dwapara Yuga also. Mana happened in Treta Yuga. But he has got long life because of blessing of Bhagavan. And that is the result of serving Bhagavan, you see. So, but at the same time, when he came to Dwapara Yuga, he wants to die in the hands. He had a wish for dying in the hands of, if not Bhagavan, at least in the hands of partial avatar of Bhagavan. That was his desire. So that's why it is Praptum Mrityam, being desirous of attaining his end, Kalayadu Tava, through a partial incarnation of yours, Tada Gataha Khalatam. Then during the Krishnavatara, he turned a wicked person. Naraka Sachivaha, he became a minister of Narakasura. Srijan Deshaklesham, and performing all acts causing suffering to the people. Yudhyan Kalina. Then what happened? One day it so happened that he came face to face with Balrama and picked up a fight near the city of Nagarantike, near the city of Dwaraka. Papata Chaditi, and fell down dead in a trice. Talahataha Atta, hit by a slap from Balrama with ease. One hit, that was enough. He was killed. So Vivitavatam. Then another story is told here. I tell you the story first, then we'll read or you can read the verse, then we'll.
साम्बं कौरव्यपुत्री हरणनियमितं सान्त्वनार्थी कुरूणां यातस्तद्वाक्यरोषो धृतकरिनगरो मोचयामास रामः ते घात्याः पाण्डवेयैरिति यदुपृतनां नामुचस्त्वं तदानीं तं त्वां दुर्बोधलीलं पवनपुरपते तापशान्त्यै निषेवे.
Duryodhana had decided to conduct a Swayamvara of his daughter Lakshana. She was very beautiful, and in that Swayamvara, Samba, son of Lord Krishna through Jambavati, who went to participate in the Swayamvara. But what happened? He abducted her. Because those days that was like Krishna did same way. He also abducted her. Samba was described in Bhagavatam. He was most handsome person, young, handsome, and valorous person. That is a practice at that time. So now Duryodhana got angry, infuriated, and he sent up army after Shamba. Shamba fought with them for some time, but he was overpowered by the Kaurava warriors and imprisoned him. He tied him and put him in prison. This information reached Dwarka. As usual, Naradji is the one who is telling all this information. So that because those days there was no cell phone and all that. So suddenly the news reached. Narada carried the news to Bhagavan. When the Yadavas heard this, they left for Hastinapur to fight it out. Especially Balrama. At that time, Balrama said, No. We should not go and fight with them and create enmity. They are our relatives. We have to have a peaceful negotiation. Because Balrama had got a soft corner for his disciple, Duryodhana. Duryodhana learned this Gadayuddham from him. So therefore, he had very great, admiration for him. He was a good student. So therefore, he said, no, let us not go and fight. I will give them some advice. I will tell them nicely, and we can negotiate with them, and then we will settle everything very peacefully, like this. And Bhagavan knew it is not going to work, but anyway, let him go. We let him go. Then he went to Hastinapura, saying that he would get Samba released by using his good offices. But when the Kauravas showed great audacity and behaved in a very contemptuous manner, because they insulted Balrama and Yadavas actually. So they said, Yadavas, who are they? They're all nomads. And who are this Samba is whom? Who is the son of Krishna, who was a cowherd boy. They don't even consider he is a royal blood. He is not a king or a prince or anything. He is a cowherd boy. And what is the status? Our status, we are, Bada Khantan ke. And you are all, nobody compared to us. That is the way they talk to Balrama. And when he saw that, Balrama got infuriated, and what happened? He used his plow and pulled the whole Hastinapura. He wanted to, submerge the whole Hastinapura into Ganga. He pulled. And when that was happening, these people, Kauravas, got frightened and then went to Balrama and Trahima, Bhaivam, please forgive us, and all that. They prostrated to him, consoled him, and then Balrama was pleased. Then what happened? They released Shamba along with Lakshana, and not see in Bhagavatam it is given what dowry Duryodhana gave to his daughter. My God, the list is so long. So much gold, so much wealth, so many horses, so many soldiers, so many attendants, all those things are given. Anyway, then they returned to Dwaraka. So, although Bhagavan knew all these things, but he stopped the Yadava army to go and attack Kauravas. If Yadava army go and attack Kauravas, Kauravas will fail, definitely. But he didn't want, Bhagavan didn't want that to happen because he had a plan that this Kauravas and those armies will be destroyed by Pandavas. So that was the plan. Mahabharata Yuddha. So that is what he said. Ramaha Yataha. Balarama who went to Hastinapura. Santvanarthing Kuruna. Desires of pacifying the Kauravas. Tat Vakya Roshodhritakari Nagaraha. So on hearing whose Kauravas' words got infuriated and lifted up Hastinapura, Mochayamasa Sambam freed and brought back Shamba, son of Jambavati, Kauravya Putri Harana Niyamitam, who had been kept in captivity for abducting the daughter Lakshana of Duryodhana. Te Khatya iti, considering that they were to be killed. Pandave, Tvam na amuchaha. By Pandu's children later, you did not send. Yetu Prutanam Tadanim, the army of Yadava at that time. Evam tam tvam odalinam, that you whose sporty exploits are understood only with difficulty. He Pavanapurapate, Lord of Guruvayu, Aham Nisheve Apashantyai, I worship you for relief from all the suffering. With that, we conclude that. Dasakam. Now, there is a next one is Bhagwan's pilgrimage to Samanta Panchakam. This Samanta Panchakam is called Kurukshetra. It is said that Parashurama, after killing Kshatriyas in 21 rounds, and with their blood created the pilgrimage spot called Samanta Panchakam. He said that he used to please the mains by making offering there and performing many sacrifices on its shores. Hence the place had become a pilgrim center. It is that it is the same place which in course of time came to be known as Kurukshetra. And it is said that eclipse on, actually solar eclipse time, if you go and take bath there, when Rahu, soul of sun, all the waters on earth become Ganga Jalam. It is a it is a saying like that. Anuposhyat priratram tu tirthan anupasevya cha adatva kanjanam kancha daritro nama jayate. That's different. All right, continuing. Let us read this.
क्वचिदधत्तपनोपरागकाले पुरिनिधदत्कृतवर्म कामसूनो यदुकुलमहिलावृतः सुतीर्थं समुपगतोऽसि समन्तपञ्चकाख्यम्.
Kvachit tapanoparaka kale, thereafter once at the time of solar eclipse. Tvam samupagataha asi tatir satirtham, you did go to the holy spot. Samanta panchakakhyam, by name Samanta Panchakam. Yetukula Mahila Vritaha, accompanied by the Yadavas and all his 16,008 wives. Think about it. So much of organization. How many transportation is required? Food arrangement is required. So many things. Nidadat Puri Kritavarma Kamasunu, leaving the city of Dwaraka to the care of Kritavarman and Aniruddha, keeping Aniruddha and Kritavarman back in Dwaraka to protect everybody else left for Samanta Panchakam. Continuing.
बहुतर जनता हिताय तत्र त्वमपि पुनन् विनिमज्य तीर्थतोयं द्विजगण परिमुक्तवित्तराशिः सममिलथाः कुरु पाण्डवादिमित्रैः.
Tvam api viniprijya tatra, you to perform ablutions there, taking bath in the Ganges. Bahutara Janata Hitaya, for the good of many people. Punan Tirthatoyam, sanctifying those sacred waters. The question comes, why Bhagavan has to go and dip in the Tirthasthanam? He himself is a Tirthasthanam. So it is said that here, Patadari is giving the answer to that, sanctifying those sacred waters. So when Jivan Mukta Purushas visit the temple, etc., pray, they are not praying for themselves. They give energy to the deity there. This is what they do the same way. He is sanctifying those sacred places. Dvijagana Parimukta Vittarashi, giving away large amount of money to Brahmanas, Samamilatha and mingled, Guru Pandavadi Mitrehi. Now there, everybody was invited. Not only Bhagavan went there, all Pandavas also came there. And not only that, this Gopikas in Vrindavan, they were also came, eager to see Bhagavan. Continuing.
तव खलु दयिता जनैः समेता द्रुपदसुता त्वयि गाढभक्तिभारा तदुदित भवता हृतिप्रकारैः अतिमुमुदे सममन्यभामिनीभिः.
There, Draupadi had come with Pandavas, and she met all those 16,008 wives. And she started asking the story. The story we saw already, that how the 8 wives were won by Bhagavan, and how he happened to wed all the 16,000 wives. All the stories were narrated to Draupadi. And Draupadi was asking surprisingly, that how is that one person is able to make all the 60,008 wives happy? This was their concern. And they each one of them said, even if we have to take many lives, we want only Bhagwan as our wife and husband. They said. There was no complaint. So that is the glory of Bhagwan. You cannot keep one wife happy. Think about it, 16,008. He has to be Bhagwan only. Drupada Sudha Kanu, Draupadi indeed, Gada Bhakti Bharatvi was immensely devoted to you. Sameta Tava Daita Janehi, mixing freely with your wives, Adi Mumute Samam Anyabhamini Bihi, was very much delighted along with other women. Tadudita Bhavada Hriti Prakarehi. By the method you employed in acquiring them, they describe to him, Draupadi. Continue.
तदनु च भगवन्निरीक्ष्य गोपान् अतिकुतुकादुपगम्यमानयित्वा चिरतरविरहातुराङ्गरेखाः पशुपवधू सरसं त्वमन्वयासीः.
That's Bhagwan went to, now you know, Bhagwan can multiply himself. So he is with all the 16,008 wives, but at the same time, another Bhagwan goes to Gopas and Gopis there. Yeah, maybe Samanta Panchagam may be a Vistar, big place. No, Kshetra is a very big place. So therefore, they are all spread out in different places, put up their own tent, and they are living there. So Bhagavan approached these Gopas. Hey Bhagavan, O Lord, Tum Tadanu Niriksha Gopan. You thereafter beholding the Gopas, Upagamyacha Ati Kutukat, approach them with great joy and respect. Manayitva Anvayasi, and honored them and followed with Sarasam Pashupavatu, with enthusiasm. The Gopikas also. Chiratara Virahatu Ranga Rekha, whose bodies had become emaciated due to the grief of separation from you for long. Continuing.
सपदि च भवदीक्षणोत्सवेन प्रमुषितमान हृदाम्नितम्बिनीनाम् अतिरसपरिमुक्तकञ्चुलीके परिचय हृद्यतरे कुचेऽन्यलैषीः.
Idambinina, of those beautiful women, Pramushita Manahridam. Say, because of not seeing you for a long time, their beauty has been completely destroyed by the Viraha Dukkha. Bhavadikshanotsavena Sapatija. And suddenly when they saw you, by the joy of Bhavadikshana Utsavena. So Ikshana Utsavena, the joy of seeing you, all of a sudden, Sapatija, Tvam Nyalaishihi Chakuche, you completely merge with their heart. Ati Rasa Parimukta Kanchuli Ke Parichaya Hridyatare. And what happened? They were filled with horripilation and joy, and they did not know what they were doing. Continue.
रिपुजनकलहैः पुनः पुनर्मे समुपगतैर्यति विलम्बनाभूत् इति कृतपरिरम्भणि त्वयिद्राक् अतिविवशा खलु राधिका निलिल्ये.
Toyi krita parirambhane iti. And when you did go and embrace them all, yati vilambana abhut me. So much delay has happened to me. Ripujana kalahehi, due to conflicts with enemies. Samugatai punah punaha, which happened again and again. Rathika drak adivivasha. Athika, Ratha, was immediately overwhelmed. Dilille khalu, and became totally absorbed in you. So Radha is described as the form of power of Sri Krishna. Continuing.
अपगत विरह व्यथास्तदाताः रहसि विधाय ददाथ तत्त्वबोधम् परमसुखचिदात्मकोऽहमात्म इति उदयतु स्फुटमेव चेतसीति.
Tada vidhaya taha rahasi. Then rendering them in solitude. Apagata viraha vyathaha. Free from the pangs of separation. Dadadha taha. You imparted to them Tvabodham iti, the knowledge of the reality, by telling thus Aham Atma iti Parama Sukha Chidatmagaha. I am known as Brahman, the indwelling self in all beings, the embodiment of infinite bliss and supreme knowledge. Eva Udayatu Sputam. Let this knowledge dawn very clearly, Vaha Chetasi, in your heart. This Upadesha was given to all the Gopikas, that I am residing in your heart and I am with you all the time as Antaratma. Continuing.
सुखरस परिमिश्रितो वियोगः किमपि पुरा भवदुद्धवोपदेशैः समभवदमुतः परन्तु तासां परमसुखैक्यमयी भवद्विचिन्ता.
Uddhavopade previously by the advice of Uddhava, Yoga kim api abhavat. Even separation to a small extent had become Sukharasa parimishridaha, mixed with the essence of joy, to amutaha param. But after this instruction from you, tasam bhavat vichinta samabhavat. For them, their very thought of you became Parama Sukhaikhyamayi, the supreme bliss, incarnate in union with you. Continuing.
मुनिवर निवहैस्तवाथ पित्रा दुरितशमाय शुभानि पृच्छमानैः त्वयि सति किमिदं शुभान्तरैरिति पुरुहसितैरपि याजितस्तदासौ.
Prichyamanehi tava pitra, then being asked by your father, Shubhani, about the auspicious rites to be performed. Durida Shamaya, for atonement of sins. Uruhasitaihi abitada iti. Though it was laughed at, because people said that, Vasudeva, why do you want to perform ritual to atone your sin when you have a son, Bhagavan himself as your son? Why do you have to do all that? They started saying that, start laughing at him. Kim idam shubhandare tasya. What is the need for other rights for him, Vasudeva? Toi sati, when you are there as his son, asau yachitaha. But still, Vasudeva did not stop it. Your father requested Bhagavan. So Bhagavan allowed him. He made him perform sacrifices. Munivara Nivahaihi, by the assembly of great sages.
सुमहति यजने वितायमाने प्रमुदितमित्रजने सहैव गोपाः यदुजनमहितास्त्रिमासमात्रं भवदनुषङ्गरसं पुरेव भेजुः.
Samuhati yajane, sumahati yajane, when the very great yajna, vitayamane sati was being performed, pramudita mitra jane, attended by delighted friends, gopaha sahayeva, the gopas along with others, yadujana mahitaha, who are being honored by the Yadavas, Vejuhu, Avadanusangarasam, enjoy the pleasure of your company. Puraiva Trimasamatra, as in days past, they stayed there 3 months in Samantamachaka.
व्यपगमसमये समेत्य राधां दृढमुपगुह्य निरीक्ष्य वीतखेदां प्रमुदितहृदयः पुरं प्रयातः पवनपुरेश्वर पाहि मां गदेभ्यः.
Hey Pavanapureshwara, Lord of Guruvayur, Vyapagama Samaye Radham Samitya. At the time of departure, approaching Radha, Dridam Upaguhya, tightly embracing her, Niriksha Vita Khedam, seeing her free from all sorrow, Prayataha Puram Pramudita Hridayaha, and going to Dwarka with a delighted heart, Mahimam Gadebhyaha, may you protect me from all my sufferings. With that, we conclude that. Next story will come. Big story. The Rajasuyatya. And before that, Jarasandham and Shishubhalavatam. All that thing there. We'll see. Next class. Next Saturday, I will not be here. So we will see following Saturday. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.